Good morning, one and all. Current time is 6 a.m. this Monday morning, September 15th, 2025. Of course, this camera does not do any justice to what I am trying to record, which of course is Miss Luna. We are under what appears to be clear skies. Quite a few stars out here yet, as well as Miss Luna. We are to be close to 80 degrees Fahrenheit today. Sunny skies. Sunny skies according to Google. But it's kind of strange how AI sees the sun. And I'll show you an example of which I speak. I've been up since before 5 o'clock to get yesterday's content posted, which one video is now posted and the other one should be completed right soon. So we are basically starting off on a fresh slate. We are now caught up. We're going to continue to try to remain caught up, depending on internet and cell phone connection. You can hear the hum in the background. Yeah. Non-stop. Well, for the most part. So I will be coming back out in order to view our sunrise this morning. Keeping fingers crossed, that is. Unless, of course, we should have an all of a sudden increase in overhead activities that will block out said sun. We shall see in due time. But this is the beginning of our day today. And we'll continue on as soon as possible. I'm not sure, but I swear this bright object, whatever it is, well, could just be my eyes, but it looks like that it's moving. But it might not be. Okay, and that's that. 7:20 a.m. I'm gonna, well, lighting's not too good right now, but yeah, we got a robin right here that I'm going to end up disturbing as I walk by it. Sitting here calmly, probably waiting to get some night crawlers. Morning. But anyways, we are on our way over here to our viewing spot for the morning sunrise. We are under, well, if you want to consider it clear skies, but already walking up here I am seeing well, it's beginning, let's just say that. All right. Oh yeah, looking back here, what are we seeing? Looky there. Yep, they're already treating the skies this morning, and of course we see the pretty purple back in here, possibly. I'm not sure how focused we are with this early morning light. It is getting brighter very rapidly. Okay, and it looks like, well, let's go ahead and dim this down a little bit. Maybe we can see just a little bit more. As I am seeing another spot being freshly created back here above this line. Yeah, should be able to start seeing it at any given point now. Yeah, it is a aircraft that is flying back there. Maybe we can, no, that's, see, depending on how I hold my phone, really, yeah, see that? Okay, so I will, and of course, you might be able to see, we do have some fog rolling across the field back here. Okay, I'm going to pause it and wait for the rising and see what should occur. Got here just a little bit early, I do believe, but yeah. It appears as though there is quite a little bit of coverage. Oh, and up here, can we see this one? Nice fresh one coming through. So, yeah. They don't want something to be seen. Either that or else it's, you know, climate control, adjusting that thermostat, right? And just because these are not extremely long trails or streamers behind the craft does not mean that there is not a form of aerosol release, so that, or yeah, I'll just say releasal that is taking place. Because as far as I'm concerned, according to my past observations, they have the means to clear the skies, okay? And you know, anymore, because of the years now that I have been recording this stuff, I could pretty much dictate through discernment of what can be expected throughout the remainder of this day, just from seeing activity such as this. And can we hear the hum? Yeah, I'm not for certain, but I'm thinking it's originating back here. Okay, so kind of get back over here to my regular viewing spot. We can see that already the lighting has changed quite significantly. Is this the same one that we were just watching? If so, boy, that's a mighty slow traveler. Okay, and again, back down here, I am seeing, see that little white spot there? That's another That's another one back there. Wow. That is a very slow cruiser. And I didn't even realize it. I just paused it, looked up, and right directly over my head. Okay, so 7:25. We are now starting to see the light. And we're going to dim it down. Ooh. Get some of that blood red coloration. It still strikes me as strange as how in the recording it's showing up as white, the sun that is, and everything around it appears red, whereas visually I am seeing the sun being red and very faint colors. Uh, okay, so you know. Okay, yeah, we are under the regular lighting right now. I'm going to go ahead and incorporate my polarized lens. Okay, not seeing nothing spectacular. Boy, that's coming up quick. We'll go ahead and drop this lighting down. Okay, not seeing anything. Not that I can see so far. So we'll go ahead and remove those. As this continues to rise, let's go ahead and go to the regular lighting again. Sorry for the shakiness. Notice how that what we see, the striping or whatever, how long that has stayed there. Okay, back to the regular lighting. Incorporate the polarized lens. Let's go ahead and drop this lighting down. We'll drop it down all the way. Bring up the lens. Starting to see a little bit of a flattening on the upper left hand side, which is a good indication. Okay, and regular lighting there, that's a little bit better. I like that. This is where it usually tends to start showing up. We're starting to get the lens flare kicking off. Yeah, we might have already made a connection between the two objects, or whatever it is that brings on such brightness. And in all honesty, I am not seeing anything right now. Oh, oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, it's still coming into proximity. Okay, we got her. We got it now. Haha. Yeah, I'm seeing it there. I can see it on my screen. The lighting's not even dimmed all the way. Wow, it's quite a distance away from it, isn't it? Oh yeah. Drop that lighting down all the way. Okay, we're going back to the regular lighting here without the... Yeah, we're going to probably start blurring out, and I'm really starting to shake from holding this camera up too long. Yeah. Oh yeah, getting all kinds of lens flares now. Yeah. And it is slowly moving in closer in proximity to that greater light, aka the sun. And meanwhile, yeah, we still have Miss Luna right here. And we'll go ahead, let's go ahead and just kind of pan back here for a moment like this, so we can get well, sorry, my glasses are getting in the way. We'll go ahead and dim this down. And we'll put this up just as, okay, now what we'll do, and sorry for the arm of the glasses being in the way, but now we're zooming in through the lens of the sunglasses. Okay, and now we'll go ahead and dim the lighting to the camera and pull that object in just that much more. You can see the flattening that is occurring to the upper left hand side once again. And I got to bring up the factor of the colorations that took place, the kaleidoscopic colorations around the sun yesterday, and how there was a strange silhouetting on the upper right hand side of the sun. And we see the same type of silhouettes being made as the sunshine casts across the nice lumpy bumpy clouds, but yet casts straight lines within these silhouettes or shadowings. Well, this was the case, the same case yesterday in my recordings within those colorations, but there was no clouds. Okay, and so one has to ponder what was causing said silhouetting or shadowing, because the object, this object, as far as I'm concerned, unless we are seeing an obverse or reverse of the positioning of this object, you know, the object itself could not have cast that shadowing or silhouetting. But then again, this flattening, you know, I kind of stumped over that, and I have brought the theory that, oh, well, maybe we just have ourselves one heck of a giant square mirror out there, and what we are seeing as far as this object, maybe it's just a reflection of the earth. You know, that big blue marble? Let's go ahead and remove. Okay, so regular lighting. We'll go ahead and dim this down. Whoop, doggone it. That was not supposed to happen. We'll zoom back in and dim this down. And we'll go ahead and put these up here. Well, alright, well, there's our sunrise object observation for this morning. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. And we will continue on with whatever other possible sightings that might take place today. So thank you for watching. Take care and have a great one. May your beginning of this week be a grand beginning. One last thing before I end this, and I believe I'm going to go ahead and throw all of this morning's recordings together in one lump batch of a mixture. I'm going to include a couple of screenshots at the end here showing Google's notification that came up last night, and then the new notification that came up this morning, in which they use this little emoji icon or symbol and claiming that it's the sun. I have never seen an emoji of the sun characterized as how Google is apparently seeing the sun. Okay, to me this looks quite a lot like a blurred out image of an LED light bulb. Okay, and one has to ponder the thought of an interdimensional world of AI and what an avatar within that virtual reality world would see. There's many examples out there already of AI generated images of how it sees its reality. It does not see our reality except through what we provide through our data online. So it has its own world, and it might be showing us either the sun and how it appears in its world, or possibly showing a more realistic version of our sun. Once again, a thought to be pondered, nothing more. But it is rather intriguing, if you will. And again, I will leave some screenshots at the end. But otherwise, once again, take care. Have yourselves a great one. Sorry, this was just an afterthought that I decided, okay, I better throw in the mix. So there you have it. And we'll see you once again back here on this flip side of reality, or out in the woods, or who knows. I might even decide to take a little journey today. I don't know yet. The day has only just begun. Thanks for watching. (8:25 a.m.) Just a real quick morning feeding recording as the feeding has commenced. Come on, kitten, come on. And what was really awesome was Snowball was the first one to greet me this morning as I came out here. And then of course Tiny came up. Okay, so let's continue on. It's gonna make for one long video, but let's do this. Oh, I just come walking out of the woods and look at here, and this just flew over as I am just now hearing the sounds of that aircraft. Morning, Pup. Well, he's making a mad dash, get some food. And there's another one way back here that might be wandering up as well. But anyways, getting back to the content at hand here, in which, no, I did not bring my Polaroid sunglasses with me, so I'll just dim down the lighting as I wrap up this morning's recordings for this extensive video. As I was reviewing my sunrise recording, if you have not already noticed, you might want to go back and watch it again, as it appears as though there is not just that what I call the secondary object next to our main object, the sun, but it appears as though there is yet another object. And no, this is not the one that is red, a red circle, or what, well, the red moves around, okay? It is a very sharp red sphere, if you will, and that is a lens flare, but it has a very defined outline. Okay, and I'm hearing yet another aircraft. But anyways, as I was describing yesterday's video, how there was this silhouette that came from the upper left of the sun within those kaleidoscopic colorations. Well, this is basically where this other, what appears to be an object, was basically located within this morning's sunrise recording. Okay, I don't know if this is yet another object or not. I'll leave that up to your discretion and judgment. All I'm doing is sharing what I record. And thing is if you noticed, the object, the main object that we have been focusing in on, had actually made an appearance much earlier on than when I had actually exclaimed seeing it myself. Okay, and you can see it actually at a further distance from the sun, and it does move in. Okay, so that's yet another observation that, you know, if you did not catch that, go back and watch it again. But okay, so anyways, we still have Miss Luna up over my head here. Okay, and so just the positioning of Miss Luna there, we come down here, and here's the sun. Okay, and speaking of which, we have, imagine that. Yeah. Okay, so that's where I'm going to go ahead and end it. Let me know what you think. Already this morning, we have been seeing what I claim as being very interesting. Well, if you think so, let me know. You know, just a few finger taps to reflect your thoughts. That's all I ask. Otherwise, once again, take care. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Have a great one. We'll see you back here on this flip side. Nine 10 a.m. So I yet another add-on. I apologize, but this is kind of interesting. So I am charging up something here, and I noticed that the light, as I am charging, bears a striking resemblance to this symbol that I have showed you that Google is using. Apparently not only for representing the sun, but for editing within the photo gallery. Hang tight. Okay, so here we have the LED light signifying that it's charging. Notice, okay, I zoomed in a little bit. Notice the coloration. Kind of looks like our morning sunrise. Okay, so let's dim down the lighting. And, well, it's very difficult to see. Yeah, it's not really wanting to. Hold on. Okay, so this is going to be kind of difficult, but if you look at this LED light, which within this one light, or appears to be one light, there are quite a few bulbs. Okay? And of course we're going to blur out. And I'm not sure, you can see them, but we should all be familiar with LED lights by now, okay? But anyways, there is a striking resemblance to what I am attempting to show you here, and that symbol that Google is now using. Maybe we can see it right there. It looks very similar. Alright, that's it.